Hi guys, and happy weekend. So I hope that everybody had an amazing week, and today we are taking a look at the energy for the week of September 26th to September 2nd. So today we're using the Beautiful Creatures deck, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So today we begin with the Eight of Wands, the Hermit, and the energy of the Page of Swords. So this coming week, it's going to kind of feel like what we call bear medicine, right? So bear medicine requires a lot of courage and a lot of strength, but at the same time, like the bear does, the bear knows exactly when to back away. The bear knows that throughout the cycle, sometimes he's out in nature and sometimes he has to prepare himself to go into his deep slumber of winter, right? So this is going to be a week and to see how your energy feels. This is not going to be a week that we want to force anything, right? We see the Hermit card here, and the Hermit always reminds us to go within, right? The Hermit kind of says, not every situation that shows up will be for me, right? And this is a time of observing. This is a time of maybe working with, inspectioning things, kind of feeling how you feel about something, kind of allowing that energy to kind of just guide you through something first, rather than you jumping into conclusion, right? We see a lot of trines and we see a lot of madness happening this coming week in astrology, and this might create some kind of illusion. So the last thing that we want here is to lose the sense of reality, to end up worrying about things that are not even happening yet, right? And this is why we want to stay close within. This is going to be a week that the guidance that you're seeking needs to come from within yourself and anybody that you trust. But anybody who's just throwing their opinions at you, you kind of need to be very careful with that. There's definitely a message there, right? There's definitely a message there for you. So I need you to remain open. Now, this could be a message of spirit. This could be synchronicity, however you want to call this, right? But a lot of times we spend so much dissecting these messages that it just doesn't make any sense. Now, spirit doesn't always talk coherently. Spirit sometimes could send us, a whole puzzle for us to figure out. So this is requiring to be patient next week, to really tune into what you feel. This is going to be a week where you actually want to validate what you're feeling rather than let the world around you tell you, oh, you shouldn't be sad. Oh, you shouldn't be angry. Feel whatever you feel and validate what you feel. A lot of times our emotions are very connected to that intuition. Now, what you definitely want to avoid here is anybody or anyone who's trying to manipulate you one way or another. There might be someone there in your life that's trying to tell you how to do things, or if you do this, it will get better, or if you're like this, blah, blah, blah. We're going to call it that, blah, blah, blah. Do not let anybody from the outside tell you what's best for you, because I can tell you that nobody knows yourself better than you do, right? Being very careful with people that bring petty energy, that are extremely eccentric, people that just kind of need attention 24/7. You're really not going to be in the mood for that. This is going to actually become very exhausted. So allow yourself to put your phone on silence if you have to, but be very, very careful with those people that will use the biggest petty story to get you to feel bad for them, and then they go ahead and take your energy. You got to protect your energy. This is a week of, really focusing on your achievement, really focusing on your plans. Autumn has begun, and autumn is based on the element of water. Autumn teaches us to work on our harvest, but to also slow down. It is a time to recharge. It is a time to connect to messages. It is a time to work with those spirits. It is a time where the darkness has begun. And this is an invitation for you to go within and work with the shadow, right? So seeing everything that you have achieved this past year, so many times we don't see this. We're always focused on our failures. We're always focused on our losses. We're always focused on what hurts us. I want you this week to turn that around. I want you to every day pick one thing, right, that you accomplished this year. By doing this, you're raising your frequency from within. Now, this is all about really not caring what other people think about you. We're still being shaken up with this energy of Mercury retrograde. So this is going to be, if somebody has something to say about you, if they're just blah, 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 whatever, it's on them, whatever. Their perception of you does not mean anything to you. That's just how they perceive things. And a lot of times hurt people say hurt things. things. And a lot of time people that have need to work on their healing are the ones that are always running their mouth. So I want you to do me a favor and not pay attention to any of these outside positions. if somebody's, if somebody is, how do you say, gossiping about you, let them choke on their own words. This has absolutely nothing to do with you. We see the energy of Hecate, right? So Hecate is bringing you that illumination. She's also telling you that the light that you're seeking is not around you. The light that you're seeking is within yourself. When we see Jane of the Arc, or Joan of Arc in English, right? What we see here is the energy of courage. It's the energy of having faith. So let's say things are getting crazy. I want you to pull in hope. So many people see and diminish the energy of hope and the energy of faith, when it's like in energy work, hope and faith is what moves so much, right? So even if you may be going through the worst of your worst, I want you to validate what you feel, but I don't want you to lose hope. When we see the energy of the white buffalo woman, she is all about peace. This woman went into war for her tribes to bring peace to her people. So this is a week that might require for you to stand your ground, to face someone, to say no, to set boundaries. Whatever you have to do for your own inner peace, that is what you want to do. So this is going to be a great week to work with the energy of citrine and black tourmaline. If you're ready for your reading with me, go to www.lightwitchtarotshop.com and choose a reading. If you don't know which reading to choose, just choose a custom reading or a guidance readings. All readings right now are $30 with no code needed. And I only have a few spots for June, and I'm pretty soon going to be starting scheduling for July. I know it is a it is a very long wait, and I had somebody tell me the other day, what do? Schedule one reading per week? I actually read between 40 to 50 people a week, so you do the math. I am very booked, and it's a lot of repetitive clients, so if you want to get in there, make sure you schedule now. Time will move pretty fast, so your reading will be here. And check out the new candles that have been posting in the shop. I love you guys. I'll see you next week, and blessed be. Bye-bye.